do about an hour, maybe just under. We're going to do some stuff, mainly standing today. So Uchi, Gari and Uchi, just looking at some of the finer points and ways that we can practice those on our own at home. And hopefully it will be fun and you can all take something away from it. Right, let's start with a little warm up then. So, actually, before we start, there'll be some exercises that I'll show you at the end, which are good for your balance, especially for Uchi. And to do them, you can add a bit of resistance, like you can make them harder by having like a weight. So I'll just show you what I've got. So I've got like a kettlebell, okay, but obviously not everyone has proper gym equipment. So it could be something like a bottle of water or a big rock or something. You don't necessarily need it today, but if you have something to hand, you could grab it. But not now, all right? Okay, cool. Let's stand up and we'll start off by just getting moving. So we'll do hip rotations, nice and big. Change direction. Okay, side to side, just stretch across. Do 5 times on each side. Okay, now we're going to twist. So we're going to spin over each side. We'll do 10 times on each side. Good stuff. Okay, both arms now, big circles forwards. We'll do 20 of those. And backwards for 10. And crossovers for 10. Okay, so we're going to do some squats now just to warm our legs up. So we're going to go, heels will stay on the floor, squat all the way down, keep your back nice and straight. We'll do 10 squats. Off you go. Good stuff. Okay, so next thing we'll do a little bit, some balance challenges, okay? So you're going to start on one leg. You'll do all of the positions on one leg. Once you've finished all the positions, then we'll go back to we'll go on the other leg, okay? So we're going to start on our left foot. You're going to lift your knee up to your chest and just hold it there. Okay, so your knee should be right in line above your belt. Now you're going to lean forward, put your leg up behind you. Try and get your leg nice and straight, point your toes. Try not to wobble. It helps if you fix your eyes on one object. So look at one spot and don't look away. I'm going to come back to the middle, keep our foot off the floor. We're going to go out to the side, our leg nice and straight. Should be hard work on your glutes. Okay, stand up straight. Put your leg straight as you can in front of you and do like a half squat. So just hold like a half squat position. Okay, good stuff. Right, so now we're going to go on the other side, so on our right leg. So lift your knee up. Good stuff, guys. Excellent. Okay, lean forward. Straighten your leg behind you, point your toe. Try and fix your eyes on one spot. So keep your head up for this. Don't look down at the floor. Try and look ahead. Remember, we're doing Uchimata today. So when we get into this position, at the start of the throw, we try and look ahead first. We only look down right at the end of the throw. Okay, good. Come back to straight. Leg to the side. I'm running out of space. Try and keep your legs straight if you can. Okay, back to the middle. Legs straight in front. And do a little half squat down. And try and keep your back nice and straight. Try not to hunch up into a ball. Try and stay up nice and straight. Good stuff. Okay, so we're a bit more dynamic now. So a little bit more jumping and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to do a 2-footed jump into a 1-footed landing. Right, so you're going to land in a hop position, and you're going to hold the landing. Okay, so you don't just land and then put your other foot down. You land on 1 foot and you stay on 1 foot for about 2 seconds. All right, we're not going to jump forward or sideways. We're just going to jump on the spot to start with. Okay, so I'll try and move the camera so you can see. It'll just be 2 foot into a 1-footed landing. Okay, like that. And then start again, like that. Okay, so gradually go a bit higher each time. The higher you go, the harder it is. So we'll do 5 on our left foot and then 5 on our right foot. Get ready. 2-footed takeoff, 1-footed landing. Off we go. Good stuff. And again, do 5 in your own time. When you finish, just stand still. Good stuff. All right, once you've done 5 on that foot, I'm going to swap to the other side. So really try and hold that landing and not let your knee or your ankle wobble too much. Remember, the higher you go, the harder it is. Good stuff. Okay, next one. We're going to do rebound jumping. So we're going to stay on 1 foot. We're going to take off on 1 foot and land on 1 foot. All right, so you'll stay on the same foot the whole time. We'll do 5 on one side. When I say stop and change, we'll change to the other side. So I'll just show you how it looks. Just look this way. You don't hold the landing for too long this time. You're just going to absorb the landing and then go straight into the next hop. So like this. Okay, so you see I hold the landing just for a second, all right? I don't go straight up again, but I don't wait too long, all right? So 5 on your left foot, off you go. So 5 hops on your left foot. Try not to do any little adjustments. Try and land it and stay in one spot and go again. Well done, guys. Okay, when you've done 5 on that side, switch to your right foot. Good, Milo and Holly. Just try not to put the other foot down. Good stuff. Well done, guys. Okay, all right, we're going to a little bit more complex again now. So we're going to do hopping in across. So you're going to start in one spot. You're going to hop forwards. And then you're going to hop to the right. Then you're going to hop to the left. And then you're going to hop backwards. All right. So it kind of makes like an L shape almost, or a number 7. Just look what I do. So I stay on 1 foot, same foot. I don't know if you can see that. I do a big hop forwards. Okay, I'm going to do a little hop because I don't have much space, but you would do a big hop to one side, big hop back to the other, and a big hop back. Okay? So you're doing every single direction. All right, start on your left foot, off you go. Nice. Okay, once you've done all the 4 directions on that first foot, you're going to switch and do it on the other side. So do your right foot. Nice. Okay, guys, I think everyone's done. So the reason we do a lot of different single leg stuff is really, really important for judo. All right, you're obviously, most of you know, or all of you know, how important balance is for judo. Okay, but actually, it's not just balance in normal positions. The thing that makes judo so challenging is it's balance in really bad positions. All right, so you might have your leg fully extended and be bent over and a little bit twisted and on one foot, but you've still got to maintain your balance and have somebody on your back at the same time. Right, so judo balance in compromised positions is really important. So we have to train that. We have to challenge our bodies to get good at that, to be able to make our judo better. Right, so these kind of exercises are really good ways to do that. So the last one we'll do, it will look a bit more like an uchimata now. So all of these will help single leg throws like uchimata, but they don't necessarily look like the throw, but this one looks a bit more like it. All right, so I'm going to get into the uchimata position with my leg extended behind me, my toes pointed, and I'm going to hop in that position. All right, so I'll just try and demonstrate. I don't know if you can see because I haven't got that much room, but I'll try. So I live right next to a train track, so you might have heard the train. All right, so again, the higher you hop, the better it is, the harder it is. All right, don't go so high that you can't keep your balance. You have to try and get it so that it's a challenge, but it's not impossible. All right, it has to be so you can just about control it. All right, so let's go on your left foot first, your right foot extended behind you. Get ready. All right, guys, off you go. So 5 times on this foot. Try and challenge yourself for the height. Fix your eyes on one spot again. So keep that leg behind you. Try not to let your leg drift forward and your back come up too much, right? Try and keep that leg extended behind you. Good stuff. All right, so it's really, really easy. Just stop there, guys. Most of you start in a really good position, so you all know the right position. So my head and my foot should pretty much be in line. I don't want to have my head up too high and my foot too low. The hard bit is once we start hopping, right? Once you start hopping, then normally what happens is your head starts to come up and you start to do like a normal hop because it's just natural, right? But like I said, you need to be able to have your balance and move in unnatural positions, all right? So you need to really try, keep your body flat, so your head and your foot in line. Don't let it do this, okay? All right, so let's have one more go on that foot and then we'll go on to the other foot. Okay, get ready. All right, off you go, guys, 5 times. I know your legs are getting tired now, but this is the last one. Yeah, it looks much better from almost everybody. Good. Logan, that's really good. Really good. Okay, once you've done that side, go to the other side. Okay, great. Well done, guys. Good stuff. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the technical points and the key points for Uchimata. All right. So I'm on my own. You don't need a partner, but if you have a partner, now you can actually sort of get hold of each other and start practicing on each other. All right. But like I said, I don't have a partner. Doesn't matter. Okay. So really important thing with the key points with Uchimata, or with any throw, is number 1. Okay, you have to break your partner's balance. All right, with the throw. So not just with your entry to the throw, but also your preparation before your entry. So this is like your movement and how you move your partner. And it's a little bit tricky to practice that in our living rooms and not with judo mats. So we'll just look at breaking the balance in the throw itself. Okay, so that's really important, number 1. Okay, number 2 is our body position in relation to our partner. So Uchimata is a throw where you lift your partner up and with one leg. So you're stood on one leg and your hip and your other leg is lifting your partner up. All right. So if your leg, if your foot isn't in the floor, on the floor in the right position, as soon as you lift them up, you're going to find it really, really hard to keep your balance. All right. So with all these hopping exercises, you'll find that if your foot is right in the middle of your body, so imagine I've got all my weight kind of, if I had a load of things hanging off my body around me, I want my foot to be right in the middle of all those things. All right. If my foot is out to the side, my weight, so we call that kind of our base of support. All right. So if you imagine like, I wanted to balance a bottle like this. Okay, I need to have the bottle head is right in the middle. That's the only reason I can sort of balance it. If it's off to the side, it's going to be much harder. So that's like your foot. Okay, so your foot has to be right in the middle of all that weight. So that's your weight and your partner's weight as well. All right, that's number 2. That's really important. Okay, so breaking the balance and then our foot position. Okay, and then number 3 is like the finish of the throw. Okay, so the finish of the throw and the direction that you actually rotate your body. Okay, so we're going to look at, first of all, we're going to start with breaking the balance, and then we're going to look at our foot position. Okay, so you can just about see my hands here. All right, so one thing for breaking the balance, so imagine I've got one hand on the sleeve, okay, one hand on the partner's collar or the lapel, doesn't matter. Okay, the first thing I do with this hand, so this is the sleeve hand, and this plays a big part in breaking balance of the partner. All right, so a little thing about Uchimata which is slightly different, okay, which you can try, you don't have to do it this way, but I find it's quite effective, is instead of just pulling towards you, okay, with that sleeve hand, right, because what happens then, if you pull straight towards you, your partner comes into your body, right, and they end up sort of knocking you off balance. All right, you want to get them breaking, like coming forwards, but not straight into you. So the first movement, instead of coming towards you like this, try and go out like this. Okay, so imagine like it's more like a chicken wing, like coming out to the side. All right, so that's really helps to kind of bring your partner's balance this way. Okay, so it brings their body towards you, but not straight into you, slightly off to the side. Okay, so we're going to look at that first of all, without moving our legs. Okay, so we're going to stand on the spot with our, whatever our sort of stance is. So if we're left-handed, maybe our left foot forward, obviously opposite of the right. And then our sleeve hand, we're going to pull like this, out, okay, out, not just straight back. Okay, with our lapel hand, we'll talk about our lapel hand in a minute. Okay, let's do that first of all. All right, so everybody stand in their position. You should have your strong foot forward. So if you're right-footed or right-handed, your right foot forwards. You're going to imagine you've got a grip on your partner, and your sleeve hand is going to come out, okay? Like this, like a chicken wing. Good, so your elbow comes up nice and high. Some people are doing this, some people are sort of doing it like a bit of a tennis swing, and their hands above their elbow. I want your elbow to be the same height as your hand all the time. Okay, so your elbow's up. Nice, that's good, Patrick. So Tilly, if you're, yeah, that's good actually. Yeah, you're doing it right. Okay. Good. So if you've got a partner now, you can start to feel that when you pull out, as long as you pull towards you a little bit, it's a really good, effective way of breaking your partner's balance. All right, it doesn't just break their balance forwards, it's sort of diagonally over your shoulder. Okay, good stuff. So elbow up nice and high, arm out to the side. That's good, Logan. Okay, Mate. All right, now we're going to look at the lapel hand and what that does as well. Okay, so this it's kind of, you can have your lapel hand either kind of on the lapel, or you can go high collar here. All right, it doesn't really matter where you go, but the main thing you want to do with that hand is to pull your partner in close to you. Okay, so the sleeve hand is the one that kind of directs them like almost away from you or like past your body. The lapel hand is the one that brings them in close to you. All right. So like fixes their head to your body. Okay. So there's probably 3 or 4 ways you can do it. If you're going on the lapel, you can just pull straight in like this. Okay. You might even see people do the elbow up like this, which can work as well, as long as I'm pulling in close here. All right. If I go on the collar, I can just pull in straight in like this, or again, elbow up. All right. But really important is I bring my hand close to my chest. All right. That's what this arm is trying to do. Keep them in close. You sometimes see people do their uchikomi and their sleeve hand and their lapel hands kind of do the same thing. So they do this. They sort of go like this, straight out. Okay, that isn't, in my opinion, like realistic. When they go to do the throw with a partner and actually finish it, they don't do that, because doing that brings your partner straight into you. All right, you want to bring the head in close to your body. All right, so try to avoid bringing this arm up like this. Bring it in close. See my hand and my watch comes really close to my chest, and that's even if I'm on the collar or the lapel. All right, it comes into the chest. Okay, so I want to get my partner stuck to my chest. So wherever they move, wherever I move, he moves. Okay, so let's join the two together. So let's go. Sleeve hand goes out. At the same time, this hand comes into your chest. Okay, in close. So imagine you've got hold of their head. You're going to pull their head into your chest. Like that. All right, so their head is going to be squashed against your body. You have a lot of control. That's good, Oriole. So we're going to add in the head in a minute. So some of you are doing it already, turning your head, but don't worry too much if you're not. So Grace, remember the sleeve hand, all right, comes quite far away from the body. All right, the sleeve hand isn't coming close to your shoulder, it's coming up and away. So far away like this, all right? There you go, nice. That's good, guys. We'll just do another minute on this, just keep practicing. I just want to see all the people, so I'm going to scan through a little bit.
Takes a while to get through them, Tom, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't it? Yeah.
There's a few good ones. A few have got bands, which is okay, I suppose.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Bands are good. That's good from you, Amy. Amy McMurray, very good. Ollie Howells, remember your sleeve hand, all right? So sleeve hand is away, yeah? So it comes out and away. So my hand is far away from my head, yeah? Exactly. So the lapel is close to me, close to my head, but the sleeve is far away, yeah? There you go, excellent, good.
Okay.
All right, guys, well done. Okay, so we're just gonna carry on with this, but I just want you to add in the head, so the turning of the head. So if you just stop for a second and I'll show you. Most of you got this anyway, but basically you look towards your sleeve hand, all right? You look towards your sleeve hand. So the train's about to go past, so I'll wait. You don't get this in a normal dojo. All right, so really important. I talked about the third point of the throw is the finish. All right, so where you look is really important for that third point. You have to look in the direction that you're going to throw your partner. All right, and that applies to most throws, and that's how you get the correct finish. That's one of the ways you get the correct finish. So remember, the sleeve hand is breaking the balance and is directing my partner, okay, past my body. Like I said, not into my body like this, but away, so out and past my body. All right. So that's the way we're going to look, because we're going to throw our partner literally sort of across our chest once we've turned in. Okay. So we're going to do same thing, sleeve hand up, another train, and then lapel hand in close, but you're going to look straight towards that sleeve hand. Okay, so look at your hand every time. All right, off you go, guys. So I'll just do a few. You can, if you need to stop and look, you can. Okay, you don't have to. So I'll do different versions. Sometimes I'll put the elbow up. It's fine as long as I'm strong and I'm pulling my partner in, right? My elbow's up and I'm loose and weak, that's not good. As long as I'm strong, that's a good way to do it as well. All right, good stuff. Another 30 seconds. So Logan, lapel hand in a bit tighter, okay, a bit closer. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't have to be like your elbow down. You can keep your elbow up like this, like you were, but bring your wrist in close to your chest. So imagine you're headlocking your partner in. Yeah, good. Good stuff. Okay, guys, great. All right, we'll stop the balance breaking and we'll do a bit on the footwork. Okay, so remember I said the position of your foot is really, really important for the balance. If you don't get your standing foot, so the one you're going to be balancing on, in the right place, you're going to be all over the place when you turn in, and especially when you try and lift your partner up. All right, so you need to get that foot right in the middle to have good balance. So you're lucky that it's really easy to figure out where to put it. All right, it's really easy. So your partner's feet, so if they're, say, for example, they're shoulder width apart or wider or whatever, your standing foot should go right in the middle of their feet, right in the center, because that is the leg that you're going to be balancing on when you lift your sweeping leg up. All right, so I'm going to call this my standing leg, and the one I lift, I'm going to call it my sweeping leg. All right, so your standing leg needs to be right in the center of your partner's feet. All right, and pretty much in line with their feet as well. So if I show you, if I'm the Uchi and I'm about to get thrown, you're going to want to put your standing leg, your standing foot, right here, right in between my feet, in the middle. Okay. The way you get your standing foot there could be different every time, depending on sort of how your partner stood or how you're stood. So a mistake, I'll talk about common mistakes, and I'll show you. I'll use my daughter's trainers to show you. Okay. So imagine these are my partner's feet. All right, I'll turn them around. So when you tell people to put their foot in the middle for balance, the mistake most people make is they do their first step in the middle. So like this. So they go here. Yeah. But you've got to remember, my next step is going to be my standing foot, and this is going to end up being my sweeping foot. So if I put my sweeping foot right in the middle, it's impossible for me to put my standing foot in the middle, right? Because it's already, that space is already taken up. So I'm going to end up putting it probably over here, maybe too far back. Another train. So I'm probably going to end up putting it over here, outside of my partner's feet. And then when I go to lift, I'm going to be really far out of the way. And I'm not going to be lifting my partner up because I'm going to be right across to the side. Okay, so remember, it's not my first step that goes in the middle. It's the second step. So
I'm on it. I don't see an app for that.
That's my Siri. I don't know what it's doing. So the second step is going to be your standing leg. So that is the one that has to go in the middle. All right, so I'll show you what I mean. So I need to find a way to get this step right in the middle. All right, so the simplest way to do it is my first step, which is going to end up being my sweeping leg. Remember, this is my sweeping leg. I'm going to go in front of my partner's right foot if I'm right-handed. All right, so I'm not going to go too close. I'm not going to go in line and stand on their feet. I'm going to go a little bit far away, in front of their foot and a little bit to the side. And now I can easily get my standing leg right in the middle. And then when I turn, I can sweep up and be nice and on balance with my partner, balanced on my hips. All right. So it's really hard to tell if I've explained that well, because I can't really speak to any of you. But so remember, your standing leg has to end up right in the middle, right in the middle. Okay, not to the side. There's different versions of. There's obviously Ken Uchimata and stuff like that, but for a classical Uchimata, right in the middle. Okay. So I want you to, if you've got like a rug with markings on it or something, or you've got anything you can use to mark 2 feet, or just imagine 2 feet if you want to. And I want you to practice. Forget about the hands for now. I just want you to practice getting that standing leg, so the second step, right in the middle, okay? You don't have to finish it and sweep your partner or imagine you're sweeping them. You just have to do the steps for now, okay? Right, off you go, guys. So just repetitions on those 2 steps. So step across your partner's feet, a little bit in front of them, and then back step your standing leg right in the middle of their feet. That looks good. Whoever Galaxy Tab A is, that looks good. Yeah, you can use your bands if you've got them, that's fine. So Caitlin, that's really good. I want you to do your second step a little bit deeper, all right? So it's right on the same line as your flip-flops. Yeah, the second step, that's it, there you go. Because remember, if your foot's in front as well, it's gonna be, again, hard to balance because the weight is gonna be sort of coming onto you too much. So you wanna sort of scoop them up onto your hips. Ollie, that's good finish position. I don't think you need to do such a, you know, your first step, I don't think it has to be quite as far across. Right, just about there is fine. There you go. Yeah, perfect. All right, guys, so we're going to move on just slightly. All right, same thing, but add a little bit on because most of you are doing it anyway. So most of you are finishing the sweep with your sweeping leg, which is good. Okay, so we're just going to emphasize that a little bit more now. So I want you to remember the key thing from all this stuff at the start, point the toes, okay? Point the toes. It's not just because it looks nice, right? It's actually important for the throw. So if you point your toes, you switch on the muscles in the back of your leg. You activate like your calves and your hamstrings and your glutes a lot more. You get a lot more power in your throw, and you're a lot more stable as well. Okay, so there is a reason why you point your toes. So do the 2-step entry. So step across, back step right in the middle. Okay, and then go up and sweep the foot up. But go into that position that we did at the start, so that flat position. So don't just do this, all right? Don't just go like that, your head up. Put your head down, so you go into this flat position, like this, okay? Point your toes. Okay, point your toes, it makes you strong. Makes you strong legs, strong body. If your toes aren't pointed, you'll be weak. All right, it does make a big difference, okay? So carry on as you were, but add in that foot sweep. Off you go. Just control the speed, guys. Doesn't have to be super fast. I'm looking for quality balance, good strong position. Some really good Uchimatas here. Looks really good.
I'm not sure about Billy Fox. I think he needs to lean more forward.
Billy Fox. Not on that page yet. Let me have a look.
He just heard me.
Oh yeah, here we go.
He's putting his body weight forward now. That's better.
He's kicking his shoes all over the place.
Yeah.
So point the toes. I can't really see Billy, but point your toes and get your back nice and flat. All right. So you get your leg up higher, get nice and flat. It normally feels like your leg's higher than it is. So just go a little bit further than what you think is the right position. It might be better. So Ollie, that's good, but you're struggling a little bit to get your standing leg in the right position. And I think the reason is because your first foot, you're not turning enough. All right, so your first step, you need to start turning it already. If you look at my feet, if I need to see myself. If I step like this and my foot's facing forwards, it's really hard for me to rotate. Okay, I'm gonna struggle. So the first step, I start to turn my feet already. Okay, so my foot's already halfway around, and then it's much easier to turn the second one. Okay, I'll just try and see if I can watch you again. Right, off you go. There you go. That looks a bit better. Okay, guys, great. Just stop there. If you want to go and switch and do like right and left, that's fine, because you can have one really strong leg at the moment. Okay, so we're going to now join everything together. So remember the kazushi stuff, the breaking balance. So the key points for that, I think there's two main things, all right? So number one is your sleeve hand. Remember, you're trying to pull your partner off balance, but not straight into you. If you pull them straight into you, you're going to knock yourself off balance. So you're trying to pull them past you, yeah? So you come in to the sort of to the side a little bit. All right, so remember to do that, chicken wing. Yeah, chicken wing, not just straight back. Okay, and the second key point is you're trying to bring your partner in really close to you. All right, that's really important. You've got to pin your partner's head into your body. If you don't do that, you're going to maybe lift them up, but you're not going to be able to finish the throw. You're not going to have enough control. So really important, wherever your grip is, whatever you want to do with your elbow, remember you have to bring your hand in really close to your chest, as close as you can. You have to pull your partner's head in, okay? So we're going to add in those two bits with the footwork. So I'll just try and show you everything together. And when you do this now, keep it nice and slow, all right? We're looking for really strong, balanced position. Right? We're not looking to do it 100 miles an hour. It takes a long, long time to practice. So really strong position. So really strong position and hold the balance every time. So once you've gone in, hold it for a few seconds. So I'll show you. I bring my back nice and flat. And when you do that, try and imagine the position of your partner's body. And I think you'll find the sleeve hand will make a big difference. Right? If you forget and you come in close to you and you imagine your partner where they're going to be, you're going to realize that they're going to be really putting you off balance. If you bring your elbow away like a chicken wing, you're going to be able to imagine where your partner is. They're going to be much more sort of flying in front of your body. You're going to be able to keep that balance a lot better. Okay, so bring everything together now. So breaking the balance and the footwork in the right position, and just hold each one for a couple of seconds before you put your leg back down. All right, off you go, guys. Ollie and Alfie are doing bridges. It's not quite what we're doing, but very impressive. That looks good, Caitlin. I can't see your arms, but it looks really good on the feet. Bradley. Remember chicken wing at the start with your sleeve hand, yeah? Chicken wing out to the side. There you go. Good. Go on. Nice. That's good. That's going to break your partner's balance and pull them past you instead of pulling them onto you. If you pull straight, he's going to crush you. You want to pull him past you, so that's good. What you're doing now is good. So I don't know your first name. It's S. Bratcher, is it? S. Bratcher. Okay, cool. So I want you to, it's difficult because you're obviously little compared to your partner, but really try and pull your partner towards you, all right? Instead of you going towards them. So when you pull the sleeve, pull it up and towards you, all right? Don't pull yourself into your partner, all right? And your partner, just try your best. I know it's hard with the size difference, but try to lean forward a little bit, obviously without squashing him. So give it a go, and I'll have another look. So at the moment, he's coming to you rather than Uchi coming towards Tori. So give it another go. Yeah, that looks much better, really good. I know it's hard not to throw them, that's the problem, because you haven't got a crash mat either. But that's much better. You'll get a lot more out of that. Good. Nice, well done. Good improvement. All right, guys. Excellent. Okay, just stop there. Well done. All right, I'm going to show you a couple of things now that you could do as a bit of an extra bit of training, okay, for the balance side of that. And being like I said, be strong and have balance in compromised positions. So if you have like anything you can use, there's another train. You can challenge yourself and make it harder for you to maintain your balance. So I'll show you a couple of things you could do. All right. So one is an arabesque, which basically looks like an uchimata, and you basically go up and down into that position, but with a weight in your hand. And you can put the weight in different hands to challenge your balance in different ways. So I would just do this as a warm up to a judo session. So maybe before you come on this call, you could do this. And you can use like a bag of sugar or a bottle of water or a rock from the garden or something. So it's literally just going into that position, yeah, and back up. So pointing my toes, going back up. And like I said, if I hold it in the other hand now, it's going to be a different kind of challenge. It's going to pull me off balance in a different way. Okay, so that's a really good way to warm up and sort of get stronger in that position. Okay, that's one way. All right, another way to do it, again with a weight, is to get into the arabesque position. Okay, and now from here, pass the weight between my hands. Okay, like this. I'm trying to keep the exact same position, but the weight is going to be pulling me in different directions. It's going to make my hips want to wobble all over the place. If I'm going to try and stay in the same position. But I want to make that even harder. I can pass the weight in between, around my leg, like this. Okay, so it's even harder. Okay, that's another way. All right, so the first one is just straight up and down. The second one is holding the position and passing the weight from side to side. All right, so that you'll find that's really, really hard bit of training on the top of your thighs and like sort of like your glutes. Really, really hard, which is really important muscles for life, but for judo as well. Okay, so it really help you in everything you do. Okay, another one you can do, which is really advanced, and you don't even need a weight for it. All right, is to get into an arabesque position and sort of imagine you're an airplane and rotate your arms around. like really slowly, because you're going to find it hard to keep your balance. So I'll do that like this. Okay, I'll get into the arabesque position, arms out to the side, and I'm going to rotate and touch the floor with one hand and then with the other. Okay. The way that is hard, okay, is because it rotates your hips. So if I have to rotate my whole body when I do it. If I just do this, okay, go out like this and just touch my arms and my hips stay the same, that's easy. What I want to do is move my arms and my hips together. Okay, so I'm opening my hip as I rotate, and same the other way. So that is what makes it really hard. I rotate my hips, but still try and keep my balance and not let my foot drop down. All right, so that's just 3 ways that I would suggest now when you're at home and you can't do randori and things like that. Because that's going to make your body stronger, and it's going to relate directly to your judo. It's going to help you when you get back on the mat. When you go to do these throws, you'll feel a lot more solid, a lot more balanced. Okay, so yeah, arabesque with a weight up and down, or passing the weight from hand to hand, or an arabesque and rotating your body. All right, really, really good exercises for judo, if done correctly. So yeah, all right, let's do the last 10 minutes. We'll do a little bit on Uchi Gari. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so first 2 steps for Uchi Gari, quite similar to Uchimata. So it's like a cross step and a back step. So what I mean by that is the first foot steps across, and the second one sort of steps backwards like this. Okay. So I'm not going straight, I'm going across and back. Okay. Obviously the difference is I'm going to be throwing my partner backwards. So I'm going to finish like this, throwing this way. Okay. So what I want to try and do is keep my body facing the way I'm going to throw. So when I do those steps, with each mat, I sort of turn like this, don't I? And I show my bum. I don't want to do that with Uchi Gari. I want to keep my hips kind of facing forward as much as possible. Okay, so cross step, back step, but still looking at the camera. Okay, so we're just going to do that all together. So the double step entry, but keep looking at the camera. Keep your hips and your body facing the camera so I can see the front of your body. Okay, right, off we go. Good, Charlie. Looks good. Go on then, Gabrielle. So cross foot, cross step, and then a back step. So if I put those shoes there again, all right, similar to before, I want my standing foot to be right in the middle. Okay, so my foot steps are almost in the same position. But the difference is, instead of facing this way, I face towards my partner. All right, so my second step, right in the middle of my partner's feet. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. So now we want to basically do the same thing, but really exaggerate it. So instead of going like this and doing small steps here, we're going to do really, really exaggerated big steps. So the cross foot is going to be really far away. All right, but the back step is always going to finish in that same position, in the middle of my partner's feet. All right, so right in the center, probably not quite as deep as the Uchimata, so a little bit in front, right, a little bit in front, but right in the middle. Okay, and that you can sort of challenge yourself by starting in different positions. So maybe the first one, I'll start right in front of those shoes, so I don't have to step so far. But then the second one, I might start over here, so I have to do a really big cross step to get this foot in the right position. Yeah. The other one, I might even start on this side, so it's a tiny little first step and a really big back step. Okay, but always my second step is going to end up in the middle of my partner's feet. All right, so I want you to have a go at that. I want you to use some markers on the floor and start in different positions around the feet, but always end up with your standing leg right in the middle of those 2 feet. All right, off you go. Good, Charlie. Try not to turn your hips too much. So keep facing the camera. I know it's a bit tricky. That is the challenge, yeah? So try and keep, that's it, there you go, excellent. Good, Caitlin. So go in different positions as well so you can challenge yourself. You're not gonna worry about our hands too much at the moment. Yeah, it's a second step right in the middle of the feet. Good, Holly. So try and face your partner. Good. It's a bit of a twist on the body, but you've got to try and keep your sort of shoulders. So Bradley, you're turning your body, and look, I know you're probably looking at the camera, so it's probably why you're doing it. But try and face your partner once you've stepped in. So your shoulders, I want to point at your partner's shoulders. I don't want you to turn like this, all right? I know it's tricky, and obviously the camera's behind you, so try not to look at the camera. So watch me. I face forwards. Even when I do the steps, okay, my shoulders still, they might have turned a tiny bit, but they're pretty much facing forwards. I'm not turning my back. Does that make sense? Yeah, there you go, good. All right, give it a go. Because I want to be able to push my partner, I need to face them to do that. So face him, face him. There you go, excellent, you got it. Yeah, nice, nice. It's a bit of a twist, but it's kind of, like I said, it's one of those unnatural positions in judo that we've got to get ourselves into. All right, guys, just stop there. We'll move to 2 more minutes. We won't do the hands today for the Uchi. We'll just concentrate on the feet. And then, Simon, do you want to finish with a bit of a stretch again? Is Francis on the call? Or do you want me to
Francis, I'll chat with Francis. Yeah, no worries.
Okay, all right. I'll be about 2 more minutes, okay?
Okay.
Now there's like a motorbike or something. Seemed like a good idea doing it in the garden, but maybe not.
Oh, I don't know,
guys.
it's nice in the garden.
Okay, so we're going to stick on the same principle of the feet and challenging the foot position and trying to end up
Bonjour.
that standing foot right in the middle all the time. And now we're going to add in the sweep. Okay, and this is where it's good to have like some shoes or something on the floor. Because what you want to do with your sweeping foot is put it in a circle all the way around one of those markers. Like imagine the legs there. You're just going to sweep that leg out of the way, okay? And you're going to try and keep your toes touching the floor, all right? Because you want to literally drag that foot forwards. So imagine if somebody's doing Uchi Gari on me, I want them to drag my foot forwards. If they do this and lift their leg, they're going to lift my leg up, and I'm going to have a chance to sort of hop off of it. Actually, seems like like some people imagine it'd be more effective, but actually breaks the balance less. Right? If you pull the foot along the floor like this, it breaks the balance a lot more than if you lift it up like this. Okay, so you're just going to get your feet into position and rotate around, and then I'm going to start from a different position. So I have to do a different kind of step, but always end up in the same sort of central position. Start on the other side. Okay, wherever I start from, I try and end up with my back step right in the middle, and I sweep the foot around. Okay, foot on the floor. Off you go, guys. That's really good, Patrick, from you. Nice. Good, Kira. I can't see your feet exactly, but it looks good from what I can see. That's good, Oriel. So what you can do now, Oriole, is just sort of imagine you've got a grip a bit more. So just sort of keep your hands on the kit. Imagine you've got them on the kit. There you go. Nice. We'll cover that more next time. Ollie Bland, that looks good. Put those feet a little bit, put the markers a bit closer together. Yeah, so imagine it's like your feet, yeah? So how wide they would be. Yeah, good. Try not to turn, try and face towards the markers, okay? Off you go. There you go, that's better. That looks really good. All right, we'll do one more minute, guys. Just carry on as you are. It looks excellent. Some really good progress.
Francis is there. That's good.
All right, guys. Mate. Okay, before I hand you over for a bit of a cool down, just want to say it's really good what you're doing. Like, it's really impressive to be stuck at home and not able to get to the dojo, but still make the effort to train. It's really hard to motivate yourselves to do that. Like, even when I was training myself, like towards big competitions, I would have found this really, really difficult to do. So I think it's really amazing what you guys are doing to like keep your judo going. And when you go back to judo, it will help you. It will definitely help you. You'll go back in a much better position than you would have gone if you hadn't done it. And if you're training with people that didn't do this, then you'll feel the difference. And actually, the main thing is the confidence you'll get from it. So like in your whole judo career, there'll be loads of challenging times, probably not like this again, but different things. But if you can always do the most you can, right, whatever that is, whether that's a tiny bit of training, whether that's a lot of training, knowing that you've done everything you can makes you really confident. If you know you've sort of skived a little bit, then you know that, like, it stays in your head when you go into competition. So this will make you more confident when you get on to competitions again. So it's really good, honestly. I mean it. So well done. And I hope to see you again next week or whenever I'm back on. All right, cool.
Let's give everyone, Tom, thanks very much. A really good session again, led by you. So guys and girls, let's give Tom a wave, one of those virtual high fives. And that's brilliant stuff. And it's so true what he says. I'm so pleased with the effort you make, guys and girls, in such difficult situations, making the most of it. Well done. Is Francis there? Unmute yourself, Francis. Make yourself known.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. I'm going to pin you over now, Francis. Where are you? You can find your screen. We just got a quick call down with Francis. So here we go. Screen is yours, Francis.
All right, hang on a second. Right, what we'll do is a very quick cool down. Close that so I can see. Apologies, I am out in the garden and I apologise for the attire. Wasn't expecting to come on. But what we'll do is we'll start off standing up, just arms up above the head, reach up, bring them back down, reach up. Okay, so making yourself as tall as possible, stretching up to the sky. Okay, and we'll roll down. You guys stay facing the camera. I'm just going to go sideways. So I'm going to put my chin on my chest, collapse my rib cage in, and then just roll down, soften the knees a little bit, and then stand back up again. Okay, so chin on chest, collapse your rib cage in, roll down the back, down to your toes. If you can touch your toes, that's optional. Okay, down to the toes. Okay, guys, so you keep on watching the camera, keep facing forward. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see some of this. So next one, I want you to roll down, hands to the floor, and then come into a kneeling position on all fours. Okay, so in this kneeling position, pull the shoulder blades down your back, and I want you to drop your chest towards the floor, pull your chest away. Drop the chest, pull it away. So it's all movement in your shoulders. Keep your arms straight. Okay, so my arms are straight. It's just chest coming up and down. Okay, have a look at the lower back. Okay, we've got angry cat, and cow. Okay, angry cat, I try and round my back as much as possible. Cow, I let my belly drop towards the floor, stick my bottom up to the sky. Okay. So a couple of those up and down. Okay, from this kneeling position, bring one foot to the outside of the hand. Okay, like I say, keep yourself facing the screen, one foot to the outside of the hand. Okay, take it back, do the other foot. Okay, I'll come forward to the outside of the hand. Okay, just keep on swapping them over. You're just having a little stretch. This isn't a conditioning exercise, it's just a stretch. Okay, keep one foot there. The hand that's nearest the foot, put the elbow towards or on the floor and then up to the sky. Okay, really nice one for the lower back, for the hips. Okay, swap over legs. So put the other leg up to the outside of the foot, drop the elbow down, reach up to the sky. Okay, that leg that's up there, just take it straight out to the side. Okay, straight out to the side. And then what I want you to do is sit back on your heels. Okay, so legs straight out, sit back on the heels. You should feel a little stretch, hopefully on the inside of your leg. Okay, swap over legs, so bring the knee in, put the other leg out to the side and sit back. Okay, walk your hands further forwards. You kind of got a grip on the floor and then sit back. So you're stretching out your arms and your shoulders. Some of you might fit it in your lower back as well. So I'm trying to get my chest to the floor, stretch my arms out, make them as long as possible while sitting back. Okay, and unfortunately that's all I've got time for. I've got to go. Dinner's ready. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Tom.
Okay, everyone, thanks very much. Let's give Francis a bit of a wave, please. Thank you very much, everyone. So, great workout again tonight. Great to see our technical session with Tom being really, really good level. Great work, everyone. I really appreciate you giving up your time, coming online and having a go. Thank you very much. Just a quick reminder again, next Tuesday, the session will be led by Nakoda Davis. I'm sure you will all be familiar who she is. She will undoubtedly run a great session for everybody. 5 o'clock next week. It will be the same code again and password next week. I'm not tempted to change it just yet. We haven't had any security problems. But well done, everyone. Thank you very much. If you want any other sessions in the week, I've got a session on Thursday. Patchway Judo Club, I've got a session on Saturday. And then the European Judo Union have also started doing live YouTube training on Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock. So there's lots out there for you to do. Stay safe. See you all soon. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Unmute yourself and say hello or chat or goodbye, whatever you want to do.
Thank you.
Well done, everyone. If anyone wants to chat afterwards, I'll stay online for 5 minutes.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Good stuff, everyone. Well done.
That's good.
Well done. Yeah, brilliant. Good turnout again. I think
yeah, really good.
47, but I counted about 58. Who said that?
Hello. How do you get the code for the other ones?
Who am I talking to? Harvey?
Yeah.
Say your question again, please.
How do you get the code for the other ones?
The codes?
Yeah.
For what sessions?
The Patchway one.
Oh, contact Alison. Oh, I'll send you the code for my one. You need to contact Alison for Patchway session.
Okay,
It's 9:30 in the morning, Saturdays. And the EJ, you were doing a good one online on YouTube. It's at 10 o'clock. There's you had to speak French this week to watch it, understand it, but it was all about Gari and Uchi actually. Actually, it's he did a session with his daughter. I forget the name of the athlete now. Clearly, the daughter didn't know how to do judo because she was all over the place. You need to pick your Ukis better. Well done. Okay, so have you got that, Harvey? Cool. George, question?
No.
Okay. Okay, George. Nice to see you. Well done, Tom. Brilliant.
Well
Yeah, it
done.
was all right.
Yeah.
Good group. Yeah, mate. Just let me know anytime you want me to jump back on. Not a problem.
Yeah, I think if Nakoda does next week, then I think if the loop round is the rotation, it'll be me, and then I think Eva, and then yourself. So a couple of
No
3
worries.
weeks maybe, and then chat, and then I'll probably get in touch.
I mean, it's hard
as
for
well.
me. I actually find I'm quite busy, so I'm not really getting to watch the other people's sessions like I wanted
Okay.
to. So
I'm starting to record them now.
Okay.
So I recorded Joy